Thank you. My name is Elena Zhilina. I'm a project manager working here in Cyprus. And I have a question for Mr. Matos from Portugal. If I'm not mistaken, you mentioned that you had very welcome conditions for immigrants in Portugal. Can you please tell us more about this?
Okay, so we need to switch on the microphone. Works.
Okay. So, as I like to say, the real estate market must be a spillover effect of a more broad thing. So, the strategy in Portugal is to position the city, mainly the Lisbon, as a digital hub. Okay. So, and this must work in an integrated way. We have the Golden Visa. The Golden Visa is a program where an investor buys a real estate asset for 500,000 euros and he can get a residence permit that is renovated each 2 years after the first year. After the 5 years, he can apply for a definite residential permit, and in the 6th year he can get a passport. Then we have the non-habitual residence program, which is people that choose to spend half a year in Portugal. They can be exempted from paying income tax, 0% for pensions and 20% for income. And this can work together. Let's say, for instance, from a Russian investor perspective, he can apply for a golden visa, and then after he gets the permit, he can apply for the non-habitual residential program. But, and this is a great but, I think people that choose Portugal and Lisbon to live must have in mind that they need to choose for fundamental reasons, not only from a mere tactical position. I mean, of course, every investment is more than welcome, and we have plenty of speculative buyers, but what we would like to attract is investment that generates, that produces income, that that generates goodwill for the economy, and that's.
And my question also to other panelists, Chinara, in your country, what are the initiatives for investors? What do they get investing in the country? I heard about program of 300,000 euro investment. What does it?
No, we don't have.
So
we don't have. Actually, our property market, our property market is really protected from the foreigners. I will explain you in a few words. People without European residence, passports, and people without permanent residency in Austria are not allowed to get a property, not to invest in property. Why? We protect our market because we don't have space. Otherwise, Russians, Americans, Italians, not Italians, Italians are allowed, but the people from the third countries will come and buy everything. Because we're not expensive, so bad expensive as Monaco or United Kingdom, London, but we're still attractive because we have very stable political, economical situation, and we still have a bank secrecy, which is still attractive for the foreigners.
Sure. For Israel, Michael, I think that people who buy property in Israel, mainly those who plan to live in the country. You don't have these foreign investments who come, bought property and leave. Yeah.
Yes. if you have parents, Jewish parents, you can come every day to live. How many you?
And you can buy property
But,
without restrictions.
I think the better come to Israel to take a place in commercial and residential projects. It's really, and for tourism, if you don't go to
To
Cyprus.
live there. Yes, okay. Not to Cyprus. Sergey, you mentioned that there were no, everyone has microphone, that's fine. Yeah, okay, leave it to Chinara. Yes?
Yeah, the major idea of all immigration program for Ireland is creating workplace. So any kind of the immigration or investment required creating workplace or investment into various foundations which is supporting to creating more works for country.
Firas, what about Czechia?
We have no government programs for or other benefits when you buy a flat or some commercial properties in Prague. Only you have a property in Prague.
Okay, all right, Sergey.
Monaco became very active last years in promoting the country and attract new investors. They travel a lot. Monaco Economic Board introduced a year of Russia. Yeah, it was for like 2 years ago, I think. Then they traveled to Azerbaijan, to all these countries. They're very, very active now. Secondly, they build now. They're building a huge project, and they're very actively inviting investors to invest in these properties. And they're also promoting now the new legislation for multiple family offices, and have so many actually initiatives to attract investors in this very small country.
In very small country, yes. Question? Okay.
So, to each one of you, what are the side costs for buying property into your prospective countries, such as, for example, other than the purchase price? Do you have any transfer fee, any registration fee, any stamp duty fee? Just straightforward percentage-wise, if possible.
Well, in Austria, registration fee and landlord 1.1%, and you pay one tax when you're buying. It's 3.5, so total it's 4.6. Plus a lawyer, it's around 1.5 till 3%, and the broker till 3.6%. So total it might be 10% additional cost.
Окей. Михаил, сколько вообще платят, кроме того, что покупают недвижимость, какая стоимость передачи? Что-то, какой-то налог платят или что-то?
2%.
2% of property price.
Then if you,
What do you buy? Yes.
Если покупаете что-то, if you pay for a new building,
Yeah.
then
Okay.
2%.
2%. Sergey, in your country?
There is the stamp duty exists. Somebody wrote that they can do DIY transferring, which is not true. But average cost for transition about 3 to 5%. It depends. The stamp duty is 1%, but then the legal fee could be more.
I see. Festival.
Yes, in Portugal it is around at most 6%. It's the maximum. It can be as low as 3%, and stamp duty is
Between 3 and 6.
Yes, and the stamp duty is 0.8%.
Okay.
And then we have the annual property tax, which is 0.35% of the fiscal price.
Firas, what about
in Czech Republic, you pay tax, transfer tax, only when you buy second-hand property, and plus some cost to the lawyers. It's something around 1%.
Sergey?
In Monaco, two options. Favorable option for a new build project supported by the state. It's around it's 2.5% property tax, and for all other properties 6%. And if we are talking about London, it's very, very different. The rates, SDLT rates are from 0 to 5%. And if you are talking for luxury real estate, and a price is starting from, let's say, 1.5 million pounds, then the rates are going up to 12 and 15%, and with some extension up to 15 and 80%.
All right, we need to summarize and to go. All of you are invited to have lunch with us, and lunch will be in 2 minutes. We give 30 seconds to every panelist to share his or her opinion about today's event, what you learned new. Everyone here is first time at Best Invest. What was interesting for you? What opened your eyes? And what just confirmed the things you knew? Sergey, let's start with you now. This side, from this side, and ending by Tina.
First of all, thank you very much for inviting me today. And I think the events like Best Invest in Cyprus has enormous potential for the future, because Cyprus is a very attractive destination now for the investors from all over the world because of its program, citizenship through investment, and very active development. And you can use this opportunity to talk to these people to attract their knowledge, experience, and also investments and capital to Cyprus to develop this beautiful country.
Thank you, Sergey. Firas.
Thank you for inviting also, and I agree with Sergey. It's very helpful for us, for the professionals of our business, to share the situation in their countries, to share their ideas and our ideas with each other. Thank you very much.
Cristobal.
Thank you very much for the invitation. It was very helpful to learn about and share experiences. I don't see Cyprus, neither any one of these destinations, as a competitor. I think that all of us will have much more to gain if we work together and with sharing these experiences. Thank you very much once again.
Sergey.
It was absolutely great event today. The only thing I find, especially our morning session, then our guests from the government and the state supposed not to be only for the welcome speech, but also had an idea what the thinking, the businesses here. There is what a great people who thinking great ideas, have great think about Cyprus development. So next time bring all them not only for speeches, but think, hear what the people think about it.
I think to holiday, to tourism here, very nice atmosphere in Cyprus and a good weather. And I am sure to invest. It's a very serious story. Maybe it's the best here because the level of prices now, it's not as in Europe. It's not so high.
Okay, thank you. Tina.
Thank you so much for the invitation. Well, I like Cyprus, not because I like spending my vacations here, but Cyprus gives a lot of opportunities, and today I realize it again. And I learned a lot about Cyprus property market, and nice statements from the colleagues who did a very nice presentation. Thank you so much, and it was really nice.
Thank you for you being here and staying with us until the last sessions and the last presentation. So